In today's podcast, we give you another peek into the Travis Sims Coaching Mastermind Group, where we discuss vision and creating vision boards that is going to help you reach your vision. That's right. We're going to start with vision. We're going to share multiple ways on how to create a vision board that helps you get the results that you're looking for in your life, that helps you attract the things that you're wanting to accomplish, to help you keep focused on all the goals, all the visions that you have for the upcoming years. As we approach the end of 2020 and we're winding up for a new year, it is time to create your vision. And this year is the year you accomplish that vision.
Banner season. It's about mailboxes, not inboxes. Building better relationships has never been easier. Using our platform, you can easily send a card and personalized gift to anyone with a simple tap or click, or fully automated. Stop the digital overload and do something that will mean so much more. Banner season is the easiest way to wow people and the way for you to really get their attention. Develop stronger relationships, increase revenue, and improve your retention. You know you've reached an entirely new level when you inspire customer referrals and you don't have to consistently ask for them. For more information, contact Bo Young at 320-249-1576 or go to betterappreciation.com.
Talking about vision and vision boards. We're going to touch a little bit on vision, but we're primarily going to talk about vision boards as we get ready to close out 2020 and go into 2021. And we're going to talk about creating those vision boards. I don't know about you if you're using them. And I see we do have a participant. Let me know who you are and let us know what your thoughts are on vision boards. I can tell you that I use a vision board, and I've done so for probably, probably every bit of 10 years by now. I'm going to say somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 8 to 10 years. It's hard to keep track, but I started it and I do it every single year, and it keeps me on track. It keeps me really focused on, what I want to accomplish. It keeps my goals and my vision right in front of me at all times. Like I see it every day, all day. It's right off to my left right here that I can see my vision board. And I love this analogy of this little kid here. He's got the business suit on, but look at the vision that this little kid has, through that telescope and that aviator hat and glasses. That's fantastic. Love this. And let's see, who do we have here? We got Jake Perrin is watching. Hey, Jake, how are you, sir? Glad to have you here. I'm curious, Jake, are you using a vision board, or what are your thoughts on vision boards? Would love to know if you're using them or if you've ever used them or you're planning to in the future. So let's talk about vision, right? Vision is so important that it's number one on the list, right? You must have vision before you can create the mission, the strategy, and the action. Now, you need all those things to create success within your organization, success within your business, but it starts with vision. By the way, vision and mission are what people buy into. It's what they believe in. It's the thing that goes, all right, it's something. When I talk about vision, and we've talked about this in previous mastermind discussions, and that is that, vision has to be something bigger than you, bigger than your company, bigger than your organization. Like, this is our vision. Here's what we want to accomplish, and we talked previously in another mastermind discussion around one of the biggest visions ever created in front of the country, was when our president said, we're going to put a man on the moon and we're going to do it in this century. And they just barely made it. And the beautiful thing about vision is that you don't have to know how you're going to get there. You just have to know that this is something you want to accomplish. Okay, that's an important key ingredient. And especially as we're talking about creating your vision board, people often think about, when it comes to goals or creating a vision, like, I need to know what the path is. Like, I need to know what the strategy is. I need to know, every little thing. And some of the things that make my vision board, like, I have a plan for it. Like, I know how I plan to accomplish that. Other things that are on my vision board, I have no idea how I'm going to accomplish that. But I do know that I want it. Like, it is a part of the vision that I want to create. I just don't know exactly how I'm going to get there. And I'm counting on that the right things will show up to help me create that vision. So vision is number one when it comes to creating that path, when it comes to creating that thing that you're guiding towards. It's the guiding light. Think of it like a like a what do you call them? Geez, I'm losing my track of thought. Think of it like a lighthouse. There we go. Lighthouse. Think of it like a lighthouse. It's guiding the ships. Okay, and it's the same in an organization, and that is, you create that vision, and that's what guides your leadership. That's what guides your customers. That's what guides your teammates. I mean, everything is guided by that lighthouse vision. All right, so let's see. Jake says, I love the idea. Haven't set up a vision board yet, but I think it will be a lot of fun to put one together. I have an active business plan and help keep my team on track, but a vision board would be much more aesthetically pleasing. Okay, yeah, Jake, you know what, man? I'd love to share my vision board with you. I'm happy to do that, and I'd love to share with you. And we'll talk a little bit today about how we create that. And it is something that you can keep in a place that your team can be involved in. I'll tell you that Dawn and my wife and I, we create our vision board together. And so there's some of her things, some of my things, and our together things. I'll also say that our picture is right in the center of the vision board. And that's because I want to keep us the center, the focus of everything. Everything else rotates around us, right? And we are the center focus. And so you can do that with a team. You can do that with your spouse, your significant other, whatever you want that to be. So let's keep on moving here. And thanks for contributing, and ask you to continue to do so. So we're going to take a look at our first vision board. All right. Now, this vision board, you can see how neat it is, right? How well put together it is. And that's because it is an online vision board. And Jake, this might be something that you might consider using for your team, because then they can access it from any computer. You can also keep it as a screensaver, so that whenever the screen goes dormant, that it immediately defaults to your screensaver, which is your vision board. Now, I don't use an online one. However, I do know that there are lots of programs and things available. If you just Google that, there'll be some place that you'll be able to buy into and help create that vision board. So online, there has to be something said about that we spend most of our days in front of a computer. And that the more the times that we see that vision board popping up on our screen, the more relevant it could be. See, I think a vision board is not just in creating it, not the thoughtfulness that you spent to create it, but also reviewing it, seeing it regularly, and keeping it top of mind always. So that could be a good place for you to have your vision board, is in an online capacity. So now let's talk about the cut and paste version, right? The cut and paste version of the vision board. And often these are put on bulletin boards, cork boards, foam boards, poster boards, whatever, but it's that copy and paste version of a vision board. Now, this is the method I use personally. However, I'll go, there's lots of thoughts around even a cut and paste vision board. And so you'll notice the one that's on the screen here, and let me just blow it up so we can see it together a little bit bigger, and get those words out of the way here. And so, you can see that a lot of this stuff is clipped from magazines. So they've probably bought several different types of magazines centered around the lifestyle that they have, or the one that they want to create. And they've cut little things out of those magazines, and they've pasted them to this board. And I'll say that I'm going to guess that probably 90% of vision boards are created this way. Now, that's not a fact-based percentage. That's just my best estimate. That's my best guess. And you'll see also that people use a variety of words and a variety of pictures, okay? And when they're doing this, I like a variety of both, okay? For me, on my vision board, I've got some things like create the life you want. I've got success, dream big. I've got money comes easily and in abundance. There's multiple things on here that I have that are words. But I'll say a big portion of my vision board is pictures. And I'll also say that even though I use the cut and paste method, I'm also trying to use, and this is something that I really love to do, and I would encourage, it's helped me a lot, and that is I've used actual pictures of places I've been and I want to return to, pictures of things that I've done that I really love and that center me and balance me. And like, I'll use this as an example. I've got a picture of my motorcycle in front of the water. And it's because I know that I am, it's the thing that really just gives me peace, right? I get out on that motorcycle and everything melts away and I can relax, and I need to spend more time on that motorcycle. So I have the motorcycle there. I have pictures of me with friends, actual people with friends, my wife and I with those friends, and it's because we want to spend more time with them. We want to make new friends, and so they make our vision board, and they're pictures of us in that vision board accomplishing these things or doing these things. It makes it more real for me. It makes it relevant for me. So if you like that method, I would encourage it. It's certainly one that I love doing. Okay, so let's take a look here and at the next one. Now, this vision board is actually really aesthetically pleasing, right? You can see that they've really come in. And I'll say a great way to do this too, in looking at this vision board and how they've got it so well pieced together. And there's a lot of things on here. And that is that you can go, let's say I want to do more hiking this year, okay? And I go to Google and I search hiking. I'll find some type of image or some type of language or quote around hiking that might resonate with me. I'll save it off into my folder onto my computer. And then let's say another one is I want to keep my health in order. So if I search the word exercise or health or nutrition or any of those things or weight loss or whatever that is, I'll Google that, and then I'll pull off some images and some quotes and things and that, and I'll put it into my folder. And then typically what I do is I go through in my folder and I take it to like a Walgreens or a CVS 1 hour photo, and I send it to them. They print it to me, and then I bring them back and I cut them out and I put them on my vision board. So that's a method that I really love as opposed to the magazines. Now, magazines are great. And I know, like I said, probably 90% of the people are using that cut and paste method, and they're doing it from magazines. However, I love using real pictures. I love using real quotes. And okay, and Jake's got a comment on this. He says, do you have a recommendation for which platform to use on the online vision boards? You know, Jake, I looked at that one time in my life. I researched, and there were multiple that did it. I didn't personally do it. I decided that I would see it more if it was cut and paste and it was on the wall for me. Now, I can understand in your office space, you may not want to have a cut and paste vision board up on a wall somewhere where everyone can see it, and including your customers and so on. And so an online one might be a best choice for you. You get to decide. You might decide that you want an online one for your office staff and yourself. And by the way, when you're creating this, I would invite them to participate. Okay, so it's kind of like, all right, what do we want our vision to look like in this office for the next year? So I have some vision, I have some goals around what I want, but I want to hear what you think. I want to hear your contribution. And this is because it's easier to help lead people to these goals and to this vision if they're a part of the decision making. All right, if it's just your goals, if it's just your vision, they may not be bought into it. And they may just be that customer, or that employee that clocks in and clocks out at the end of the day, but they're not bought into the vision. And so I would encourage you to help them be a part of the decision making as to what goes on that vision board. And if online is the way to do it, I think there's several good choices out there. I just can't recommend a specific one. Sorry, I wasn't able to help you with that. But I'm happy to help you look through that later if you'd like. All right, so let's keep moving here, and I want to get us going here. I want to add a few things here. So this one, you'll notice, is a lot of words, and which is great. Again, you're going to find those easily in magazines and things. And let's talk about the different things that you put on your vision board. Now, I'm going to talk in general because Jake and others may be centered on this is an office-based vision board, and we're going to keep this fully focused on office and business and so on. But let's talk about personal also for just a moment, because my vision board is a mix. It's a mix of what I want to accomplish in business. It's a mix of what I want to accomplish in personal. And so I'm going to give you some guiding things that you might consider in when you're creating your vision board. So the first one I'm going to talk about is relationships. I shared earlier that Dawn and I are the center of our vision board, okay? And everything else rotates around it. And it's because, Dawn is my life partner. And because she's my life partner, everything that we're building, we are the center of. If it's business, hers or mine, it affects us, okay? Any decision making that we make, any dreams that we have, any visions that we create affects us as a couple. So we are the center. Now, there are many couples that I know that one has a vision board, one doesn't. There are couples that I know that each have their own vision board. I like the idea of a combined vision board. I do. I think there's room, and if there's not, let's just make it bigger, okay? And so I love the fact that if you're in a committed relationship, that you make yourselves the center of that, all right? So some other things that I would say should be on there, we talked about a little bit, is work and business. And even if you have a business one at the office, put a little bit of those things on your personal vision board, okay? Because again, you're going to see this thing every single day. It's likely hanging in a home office, a bedroom. I used to keep mine, this will be fun for you to know. I used to keep mine in, I had an adjoining bathroom to our bedroom, and this is a previous home, and it was a huge bathroom. I mean, huge, and it was separate. There was a shower and toilet in one section, and then a separate area for sink and big mirror and so on. And there was room there, and I put it right there. Why did I put it there? Is because I was in and out of there several times a day. I always started my day there, I ended my day there, and I knew I would see my vision board regularly. But I would keep some things that are business on there as well. The next thing I would say is put something on there for playtime, for enjoyment. What do you enjoy doing? Like, do you enjoy camping, motorcycling, boating, hiking, swimming? What is it that you do that creates balance in your life, that creates relaxation in your life? That, I used to, and Jake, you may not know this about me, but I used to be so work focused that I would work all day, and all night. I would look up and everyone else was in bed and I was still working. Okay. And I was working like that all the time, even weekends. And because my business was very weekend and evening based. And so, I was just working all the time. And I wanted to create this, success level. And I was so focused on it that I didn't spend time doing any playtime or enjoyment. And that created in a loss of a relationship. It created, a just loss of balance. I gained weight. There were so many things that happened because I was solely work focused. So I want you, when you create your vision boards, to create this sphere that is of equal balance into these things that I'm working on. So we've talked about relationships, we've talked about business, we've talked about play and enjoyment. The next one I'm going to say is your health. Make it a focus. Even if you are a healthy person, stay focused on your health, okay? Because the moment that you stop focusing on your health is the moment your health starts to slip away. So what are you committed to in exercise? What are you committed to in nutrition? Everyone sets a goal on New Year's Eve, and we'll say it's a, not a goal, but it's a, they give the statement about what they want to accomplish, and then it's fast and it's gone, right? And within a month, they're no longer focused on this health goal, okay? And this is why gyms memberships spike tremendously in January, then they fall off in February and March. And so, I'm going to say keeping my health goals up on my vision board keeps me focused on it year round. I have to see it. I have to see it all the time and know I'm either measuring up to it or I'm not. And so that keeps me focused on that. So I would say definitely keep some things health. You could set a number goal. I've had number goals on mine for weight many times. Now I no longer have a number goal. I just have a healthy goal. Like, I want to stay focused on nutrition and exercise, and it's no longer a number on the scale for me, but it's just I want to maintain where I'm at. Okay, the next one is finances, all right? What do you want to accomplish in your finances? And so do you want more money in savings? Do you want to pay down debt? Do you want to create more financial freedom? Do you want to have more in your investments? What is that you want to create for finances? And it's not only those type of goals, but what is the life that you want to create with those goals? What is the beyond that? Remember, we're talking about vision. Okay, so finances is a really good one to have on your vision board. Here's one that a lot of people include, and that's what is their faith, what is their spirituality. This is oftentimes a center for a lot of people. Like for me, it's our relationship, but others, it's faith in the center, and everything else rotates around their faith. And so whatever that looks like for you, if faith is important to you, if faith is a big part of who you are and what you do, then you want to include that in your vision board. And vision boards really became popular when the movie and the books came out about The Secret. And everyone was real, I don't want to say everyone, but a lot of faith-based people and leaders were skeptical of The Secret because they didn't necessarily make it Christian based, right? It was really made to where a person of any kind of faith could participate in that. And so the vision boards is that idea of law of attraction of, if I envision these things, they will come. It's the same thing as I have, if I have faith in whatever religion base that you have, that these things will come. Well, your faith can be a part of that vision. Your faith can be a part of what you are focused on and what you're going from. And then the last one I'll share with you that is on my vision board, and that is a give back component. I'm a firm believer that if you're always giving, you'll always be receiving. Absolute true statement. You may not receive it back from the same place, but if you're always giving, you'll always be receiving. So Dawn and I, we practice charitable giving every single year. And sometimes it's, always to the same charitable way. Sometimes it's different things, but we practice this throughout the year. It's not, for us, it's not a one-time gift that we're giving, but we're practicing giving back regularly throughout the year. This is an important part of the structure of who we are as humans. We think it's our responsibility to help others. And so I would encourage you that if you really want to create vision and you really want to hit your vision and your goals, that you create some type of give back within your life and you make that a priority, and so much of a priority that you put it on your vision board. Okay. All right. So let's keep moving. This one here is very faith-based. I'm going to blow this up so you can see it. Faith, spiritual growth, relationships. I like it says multiple streams of income. There's lots of things in here. Time, freedom, healthy body. There's lots of them. I encourage you, you can Google vision boards. And when you do that, there's going to come up lots of examples. And start with the things that are most important to you, your spouse, your significant other. Create that together. It's okay to look for ideas. It's okay to get feedback, like what's on your vision board and so on. All right, so when you are thinking about vision, all of these things go into vision. What do you want your future to look like? What do you want your successes to be? What are your current goals? Where do you need to grow? Where do you need to be more creative? And where do you need innovation? Okay, these are all great things that help funnel into your vision. So when you're creating your vision, it's not just, a lot of times I think people think about vision like, oh, I want that new truck, or I want that new car, or I want that new boat, whatever. And those are okay things. Just don't make it your only thing, right? There's so much more to creating the vision of who you are and what you want to be than just things, right? So put things like spend time with friends, put things like take care of your health, put things like spend more time in balance and so on. So there's lots of opportunities to create that vision. We're going to finish up today with our final quote. Jake, I want to say thank you for participating today live and in session. The rest of you, I want to say thank you for participating in replay. Appreciate you all being a part of this group. So I'm going to finish up with this quote. What if your vision board came true? Think about that for just a moment. Whatever you decide to put on your vision board for 2021, whatever goals, whatever things that you want to accomplish, what if they came true? Dream big, my friends. Create that vision that you're looking for.